What builds self-confidence? That's a common question that I get asked, whether it is during one of my coaching engagements or when I'm mentoring somebody or just having a conversation with a friend. And quite honestly, I don't have a 4-part or 3-part framework to share with you today on this one, but I wanted on this video to unpack the different things that I've personally have learned throughout my career, throughout my writing, my coaching, and the things that I want to share with you that really have worked for me, that have allowed me to really operate at a high performance level. Hi YouTube leader, welcome to the Meaningful Leaders channel. My name is Maria Aguirre, and for today's video I want to share with you all the things that I've had learned so far regarding building self-confidence. Self-confidence is based on consistency and congruency. So as we set up our goals and we map out how we're going to go about it, setting benchmarks and timelines for each one of them, those quick wins, those little things, those little victories that we achieve every day as we progress towards reaching our goal start to accumulate. And that compounding is what starts creating that effect of self-confidence. One thing that I can compare with is, let's imagine that you have a confidence bank account. So every time you take an action, let's say you want to start a YouTube channel, so you start preparing the material that you want to share. And as you accumulate those different steps that you're going to take in order to accomplish that goal, then you're putting a deposit in your confidence bank account, right? But whenever we take an action and let's say that we fail and it doesn't come out the way we expected it was going to come out, then we have two choices. Either we feel like we fail, we feel like, well, this is not for me and I really shouldn't try to do this, and we make a debit into our confidence bank account because we're beating ourselves up for making a mistake. Or we take that same failure, understand that there's a lesson that we need to learn and that it's going to help us to grow, and then that lesson learned will become another deposit into our confidence bank account. So as you see, it's really a matter of taking steps towards the things that we want to do. And normally those steps tend to be scary, but when we break them down and we start little by little working towards the things that we want to do, they become easier and easier over time. And then things that were challenging for us or things that were difficult for us become really second nature. And that's how self-confidence starts to build, because you're actually on fire. You're actually doing different things that maybe a year ago or a few months ago or even weeks ago you weren't capable of doing, because you started doing them. And that's where self-confidence starts to build. So last week I talked about the framework for team building. And one of the parts of the framework is following through on the commitments that we have, right? And if we say that we're going to do something for somebody and we don't follow through, that person is going to start lacking confidence in us, and the trust is not going to be solid. So now imagine how bad it is when that commitment that we fail to complete or to follow through is to us. We said to ourselves, okay, I'm going to start eating healthy, or I'm going to start going to the gym 3 times a week, or I'm going to start a habit of consistently reading on this specific topic that I want to develop and learn a skill on. Yet we do it for a couple of days and then we forget. So our self-confidence, when we don't follow through on the things that we say we're going to do, will hit us negatively on that self-confidence bank account. And I want to share with you one specific example about this concept of building self-confidence through taking consistent and congruent action towards the things that we want to achieve. And that is my upcoming book. I wrote my first book on leadership and team building. It's going to be published in September of this year. But quite honestly, if you would have asked me on August of 2021 where Maria was going to be on August of 2022, being an author wouldn't have even crossed my mind as an answer. And if you think about it, writing a book sounds like a very overwhelming goal to accomplish. I even heard somebody say that it was very ambitious. And it is true, it is ambitious. But it didn't start as a book. I created an outline for an online course that I wanted to create. Then the material that I was writing for it was tested. I created a blog on January 4th of 2022 in which I started posting a weekly article with different topics of leadership, different things ranging from emotional intelligence, productivity, leadership, even imposter syndrome. Just testing the water to see if there was value in the material that I was creating. And the response was very, very positive. And as I've been writing every single article, each article was building a little bit my self-confidence as a writer. And the process of writing that book became second nature to me, became something that I actually crave going to do every day. And it has given me a tremendous self-confidence, even to the level that I can now tell you that I identify myself as a writer. And that is super exciting for me, but that didn't start that way. So you see, when we take congruent steps towards the things that we want to do, we become that person and we become self-confident because we are not faking being that person, we become that person. So that's how self-confidence is built. One step at a time, one quick win at a time, and it's super, super achievable. So go for it. Do it scared, do it anyway. It's worth it. If you found value in today's video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share with others. And if there's a specific topic on leadership, team building, communication that you would like me to make a video on, please put it in the comments. Remember that I do this content for you.